We only have one announcement tonight before we move ahead. So Jeannie?
Yes. I just wanted to give you a heads up on our show at the Beaches Woods Center this next year. It's going to be maybe the last week in April, but definitely in May.
Wow.
We have an early schedule, so you need to get working on your ideas the first of the year. I'll need all your pictures probably by the 1st of April, and I'll get that information in the newsletter. But this year, well, this next year, we'll celebrate the 25th anniversary of Beatrice Wood passing away. And her birthday was in April, so I was hoping to get that month, but that month has been taken. So we have May. Anyway, the idea for the show is to do pieces that will be influenced by her work, either her shapes or her glazes or her designs or some aspect or mosaics or whatever kinds of things of her work. Use that as an influence in the pieces that you will make.
Fun.
So be creative. Yeah, I think it should be very fascinating. So get working on it in January and not, what, March 20th. No pictures of unfinished work this year because they're in the film, please.
Yeah.
So anyway, have fun with that. Okay. I'm done.
Okay. Thank you. So we're going to start tonight. Actually, I noticed many meetings. I'm not a good host, so I don't introduce myself or anything. So I think I don't know. Probably because I assume it's the guild and people know who I am, but I don't know that everybody does. So anyway, I'm Wynn Matthews. I'm the president of the guild. Welcome everybody. This is our December meeting. It's our second, I forgot what we officially call this, like show and tell. What's the official name?
The Clay Challenge.
Well, the Clay Challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our second, is this our second year too?
Sorry,
Yeah.
It's our Clay Challenge holiday meeting. Holiday
Yeah.
extravaganza.
So we did this
Fun and
last
games.
year in December,
Right.
but not in the spring. So this is our third time.
Actually, this is the third year.
Yeah.
The
We
first
do
There
it
you
twice
go.
a year. We did
The
it
first
in
year
Challenge.
we did a we did a contest. The next year we didn't. First year we did it like a game show or something.
Mhm.
This is the third year.
Wow.
Yep.
Shows you how good I am with calendars. So anyway, so our first thing we're going to do tonight is take a look at a feature of Club Express. So if you haven't heard of that before, between meetings, newsletter, emails, the Guild is transitioning to a membership management and volunteering, which we call team service management platform. Has many other features. Also, it'll let us manage events and manage. It'll be a document library. It's going to replace Groups.io as a communication channel. So almost everything the Guild does is going to be behind this one login and this one digital source. So the first thing you're going to run into with this is the first of the year when it's time to renew your membership. It's not going to happen the way it happened before. It's going to happen in Club Express. And so Foz has put together a video that walks through that process. And if you have questions about that or anything else related to Club Express, we're actually going to ask to hold them until the end. Well, actually, I guess if it's something about the video specifically, we should handle it now. But anything else related to Club Express informationally, or I don't know what, anything, literally, we'll handle that at the end after we do the this video and then the Clay Challenge. So, Foz, it's yours.
Welcome, everyone. We want to give you a quick overview of what you will see when you come on to Club Express to renew your membership. This is the new look for the Guild website homepage, and this is where you will begin your login for renewing your membership. You will all have received an email from Club Express with your login information. You'll be assigned a username and a password. You'll use that. Once you've logged in, you'll see a page that looks like this. There's 3 steps to the renewal process. You'll select your membership tier. You'll see what your new expiration date is, and you'll also be able to note the date you joined the Guild. In the lower left-hand corner, you'll also see the amount of your dues. The next page is a series of questions that will assist the board and team leads on better knowing you, our members, your interests, and will help the Guild in future planning for our Guild community. Some questions are required, and some require a minimum of responses. Many of the questions allow for you to add additional information by checking another box or adding your own comments, and those are always welcome. You can move through this set of questions at your own pace. And again, a question like this is one where we're trying to understand a little bit better about where our members are working and what opportunities might be available at spots where they're working. A couple of the big nails, for instance, space for storing Guild supplies and a second delivery spot for our clay orders is also something we're looking at. All right, once you complete that, we come back to the membership renewal page and we're ready to make payment. We're in the process right now of setting up a merchant account with Club Express, and it will link to our bank account, which will allow dues to be paid directly here through this system. We're encouraging and almost requiring everyone to pay by credit or debit card. So this section here will have a different choices than are presented now. This is still in design mode. But you'll note up in the upper right-hand corner, the red circle, that means there is payment due in order to renew this membership. The last piece is about team service opportunities. The way you get there is clicking on the member item in the menu, let it drop down, and then select team service sign up. It will take you to this page. And here you'll find all the categories where opportunities to provide service to the Guild community are listed. There's actually right now 2 pages, and you can review what's on each of those pages. If you click on the arrow on the left-hand side of the page, there's a drop-down menu and identifies there the specific opportunities under, say, the clay crew, where we need members to assist. And you could see a small description of what that task involves. And then to the right of that, the number of people we're looking for. If you're interested in volunteering for one of those spots, click on the green dot, which says volunteer myself, verify it, select the job that you're interested by putting a check mark in the register field, and then clicking the next button. This will confirm for you the spot you identified that you would like to fill, and it will give you a time and date. Or if it starts on January 1st, it's a job that's going to be ongoing during the course of the year, and the team lead will contact you. And you can go back and verify that, one spot's been taken up. Check them out. Check out the drop-down menus, see what's interests you. We'd love to see every member participate in team service during 2023. Thanks for watching. If you have questions, email us at membership@vcpg.org.
Yeah, did we, when exactly are we going to get this information sent to us?
First of the year.
Oh, okay, so
So
not.
our target is to be actually live when you can log in and renew on January 2nd.
Okay, great, thanks.
Mhm. I think we're done. Okay, Stacy
Okay,
and Terry.
I just want to see by a show of hands, is there anybody here that has a piece for the clay challenge that they want to show live? Raise your hand. Okay, so everybody sent me something. Excellent. So let me get there quickly. Okay, so can you all see this?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. All righty. So we're going to start with Jeannie. So Jeannie, one of our Scraffito queens. Jeannie, let's talk about your beautiful pieces.
Well, show one. There we go.
There's one.
These are some of the earlier ones that I did. I started doing Scraffito about 4 or 5 years ago. And the fish one probably took me about 8 hours to Scraffito. This one here took probably about 8 hours to do the Scraffito. These tall urns usually take about 4 to 6 hours. Now this one is just underglaze. I did not glaze it. I just went ahead and combed. These are all cone 6 fired. And this one, I was kind of playing on the MC Escher idea with the manta rays and the turtles on a plate. And wall piece, new wall piece I just made.
Did you make all the butterflies?
Yes, all the butterflies, I had a customer that wanted that set in the blues and purples, so this is a new one that I recently finished. And this one I started playing with after Scraffitoing, adding some underglaze colors into the design. The other side, I think I have the other side also. Nope, go back. So the other side of this one is just in black and white, and then this side is the color, so the customer can choose what side they like. And now I'm getting into adding a lot of color to my Scraffito. This one's a little harder to see. Did you include the other picture of the unfinished?
No, I included everything you sent.
Okay. So I'm just adding a lot of slip in the background, and then I'm doing a slip transfer design. And then you can go ahead and go to the cups. So with the slip transfer design, it's just transferring the black lines of, say, the butterfly or the flowers. So the colors that I've applied to the cup in the background come through. So it's all very, not haphazard, but just, you're never quite sure what's going to do. And then I Scraffito away the background. So it still has color, but it's not solid color. That's what I've been playing with recently. Okay, so this shows the bowl and one of the cups when it's still in the greenware stage. You can see the design a little bit better than the finished piece. And so I'm having fun with this now. Very, very brilliant colors. Using the colored slips, it's all slip, yeah. So,
Any questions? Any questions for Jeannie? You're gonna have to speak up. I love this.
Jeannie, what
Yeah.
slip are you using? what slip do you use as a base?
I have cone 10 B mix, which is dry, that I mix up into a slip, and then I add mason stains to it.
And you're getting that, oh, it's, okay.
You can use any clay base, you know, it's just I use the cone 10 because I work in locations that do cone 10 firing as well as myself cone 5. So mine are all cone 5 fired. But
Oh, so you can use cone 10 slips on cone 5 fired pieces?
yes, yes, this is a thin layer.
Good.
It's best for you to use the slip made out of whatever clay body you're working with. So if you're working with strictly cone 5, then make your slip out of your cone 5 clay because it's a good fit. Although I've never had problems with it.
Any other questions, Jeannie?
I have a question. The one that's on the screen right now, did I hear you say, Jeannie, that was in greenware?
This one here?
Yeah,
Yeah, this one's still leather hard.
and you did Scraffito on greenware. Oh,
Do it on leather hard, not greenware. You get a better line on leather hard than greenware.
okay, so it's leather hard. Okay, it hasn't been fired, but hasn't been bisque, but it's leather hard. Okay.
Yeah, yes. If it's all the way to greenware, it's more of a flaky line that you get. It's not as nice a scratching line.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I prefer my tools. I know there's lots of different tools out there, but I've started working with the little mini ribbon sculpting tools, because that's what I'm used to. And so that's basically what I use most of the time.
Jeannie, beautiful stuff, incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Did you say that you use slip that's cone 5/6 on cone 10 ware?
No, I'm using cone 10 slip on cone 5 clay.
Oh, okay. Sorry, got it reversed.
Yeah, because I also teach in Santa Barbara, and that's all cone 10 up there. So I want to be
All
sure
right.
that I take my slips that it's compatible.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I've never had any problems with it flaking off or anything on the cone 5 clay body.
No, the reverse would be a disaster, right?
Yeah, well, it could be, yes.
Yeah.
If any of you have been up in Santa Barbara recently, somebody took in some low fire clay into a cone 2 gas fired kiln.
Underglazes.
And the result was lava all over numerous shelves and pottery.
Yeah.
Okay. Elena. Are you here, Elena?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, so let's take a look at your beautiful necklace.
Oh, beautiful.
It's a small piece, but I like it.
Gorgeous.
Yes.
Thank you.
Is it porcelain?
No, it's just BMX.
And do you have a glaze on top of it?
Yeah, but this is not like, it's a little bit made surface. It's a semi-transparent glaze. And yeah,
Pretty.
sure.
Oh, there's
Gorgeous, girl.
very nice. Anybody have any more questions for Elena? All right. Marie, is Marie here? If Marie's not here, we'll show. I don't think she's here. No? Okay. Just interrupt me, Marie, if you're here. Okay, so these are some of her plates. So she's outlined these vegetables. And then she's painted over them with underglaze.
Beautiful.
Yeah. She makes really beautiful pieces.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And then this is real this is the real traditional Scraffito, you know, in that she's carving through the underglaze and then covering it. And she puts these on the online store and they do very well. She's got a rabbit, she's got a cow, she has also a rooster, and I think one more, a pig that she does. And she sells these on the online store. I've also seen these up at Beatrice Woods too. So these are Marie's.
Are these Phoenix?
Maybe, I think so. I mean, that's clearly not.
No, that looks like Tara.
That looks like Tara to me too, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's not porcelain because it's not exactly white. So
Yeah.
I suspect it might be Venus.
Can you go back to the Tara ones?
Which one? The Tara ones? Yeah.
Yeah. I just gonna pinch it bigger. They're really beautiful.
They are really beautiful.
Yeah, they are.
She's a very good painter.
Yeah.
She actually does China painting, which is like difficult. Very difficult. Mr. Matthews, so
Yes.
here are your pots.
So these are green. My intent was to bisque them and hopefully fire them, but I had just had some wiring done for a little electric kiln I had, and the electrician didn't do it right, and the kiln won't fire. So, what was interesting for me, just in general with this, is I haven't done that much Scraffito. There are a lot of different techniques. I've done a lot for years, and this is one I just haven't. So what I liked about the challenge was like, okay, so it's time to start continuing to play and explore with this over some period of time until I have an experience of some degree of comfort. Here's where it is now.
Now, when you fire these, is that a cobalt wash or?
It's black.
Oh, it's black, so it will be black and white.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions for Wynn? Irene.
Stacy, really quickly, it would be really interesting if everybody talks about what they use as their carving tools. If
Okay.
possible.
Wynn, what do you carve with?
I did those with the diamond tip, diamond core tool.
Okay.
I don't know what they call it, but it's for Scraffito.
It's actually a dental tool, believe it or not.
No, they make,
I don't
the
think
Diamond
so.
Core makes tools for Scraffito.
No, I know they do, but the diamond tip ones that they use, being in the dental field, that's what we always used.
Oh,
They're
that's where
actually-
they're getting them. They're getting
Well,
them
yeah.
and just putting them in wood. Yeah,
Basically, yeah, exactly.
got it.
They're actually designed to go into a handpiece.
Uh-huh. All right. I can clean
Irene,
my
are you
teeth up,
here?
too.
I'm here.
All right, so these are really beautiful. Take a look
Oh,
at
look
these.
at those.
Nice.
And her photography is always just wonderful. Irene, speak up if you want to say anything while I rotate through these. I mean, these are beautiful.
What are you using for your colors?
I'm using faux velvet glazes, underglazes.
Okay.
What are you using for your glaze?
A clear glaze on all of these.
It doesn't look like it's super shiny though.
Well, here you can see a little bit. It's a glossy glaze.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Is this cone 5?
Cone 5 and cone 6.
Beautiful.
And what tool do you use?
I use whatever tool I have at hand. I don't pay for any of the expensive ones, but I probably have like 15 various typical tools, nothing special. And I use triangular ones. I use the tip of the triangle. I use anything I have on hand, and it's all carved on leather hard and fired. And after it reaches the leather hard stage, then I paint on the underglazes, and then I wait for a little while, and then I carve it. And this one, that plate took me several hours to do because even the black was carved through, and then I had to paint on that one. I painted through the black part, but the others I carved out. And typically, because I'm not a painter, I just do abstract designs, and I don't plan out I basically just start with one line and build on that. And a lot of them at the very end, it doesn't come out evenly, but I just don't worry about it because you can't see it with all the detail.
Nice.
Anybody
Mhm.
have any more questions for Irene?
Yeah, I'd just like to find out the yellow that you used on the yellow plate. Not that
Well,
one, but the first one.
I use the
That one.
regular yellow, but then I thin it out because I buy my underglazes in pints. And then I
Right.
always have a couple pints of white. And then I just add white to the various colors.
Okay. That came out really nice. I
Right,
like that
thank-
yellow.
And this was kind of orangish one, I think. And I added white to it.
Uh-huh.
Is this maybe straw? Because straw
I don't know.
is kind of that color. Yeah.
I do have straw, but straw I didn't buy in the pint.
There's like a deep yellow that's more this color than the pure yellow.
Right. And then
Yeah.
I added, like on that orange, I added white. And I think I added just a touch of red, just a dot,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, this is a pretty yellow.
Yeah, it is. It's very warm. It's just nice.
Yeah, yeah, it's much nicer than the lighter yellow.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And I just really like the staging, just with the knife and the raffia.
Mhm.
I mean, I want to ask you, Irene, do you have one of those photo booths that you use? Because your
I have
photography.
booth, but I purchased also the background black to white.
Gradient, yeah.
And I was using the photo booth, but now I've decided that it's just as easy that when I take the photographs outside in the shade, then I just bought one of those L-shaped stands that are metal. And then now I just clamp my background cloth to the metal parts and then just take them outside. And I don't have to worry about setting up that photo booth because it's so big. Every time I go to close it, it snaps out at me. And I have waste more time trying to close it. I'm always determined to close it. And it's awful. So I hate it. Especially the bigger you get, the harder it is.
Yeah, I just leave mine up all the time.
Yeah.
I don't have the space. I wish I did.
Yeah,
Because
it's
your
big.
photos are always really nice, Irene, and I think it makes a big difference.
Where
Okay.
did you get your graduated paper?
I got it through what's that photo? Wait a minute.
B&H? Was it
Yes,
B&H?
through there.
Is it fabric or is it like a vinyl?
It's a vinyl light, but you have to be super careful because it scratches fairly easily.
Okay.
So when I
Thank
put
you.
my big plates on, or whatever I'm using that's heavy, I always make sure I lift. I don't push it when I'm trying to get it composed just right.
Yeah. Judy,
Yeah.
look at this. This is beautiful.
Thank you. That's a bigger piece. It's I don't remember exactly how tall it is. It's probably about 15 inches tall. It is all done with slab. There is an opening at the top. It is B-Mix and it's with no finish on it. So it's a matte finish. It is glazed in the inside.
Is this the other side or a different piece?
That's the other side. And then I sent you a side view also. Right. So one side is like flat, the other side almost has wings. And so the pattern kind of goes all the way around it.
That's nice. I like that.
Thank you.
It's really good. I
It-
really like not glazing it. That's really nice.
Well, I bought this special stuff from Australia. I don't like the way it looks on the black. I already tested it. It's a liquid quartz and it actually, they're using it in Australia and it seals all the pieces. Like you can take it up to temperature, not glaze your pieces. Use this liquid quartz and it dries. It's dishwasher safe. It's oven proof. I don't know how it is, but it is. But I don't like the way it looks on the black mat. But I'm going to try it on my porcelain pieces that I don't glaze because if you have oils on your hand, you know, they stain the pot. So it's like, unless you really polish the porcelain, which I have been playing with. So
That sounds like water glass. Is it the same as a water glass?
I
the
don't,
sodium silicate solution thing, which is quartz is silica.
yeah, you know what, I don't know. I mean,
Uh-huh.
there was an article many, many years ago in Ceramics Monthly. Happened to been going through my old magazines, and there it was, and I thought, I'm going to bite the bullet and buy this stuff. So
those concentric circles on here, did you how did you do that? Did you just do that by hand?
It's in one of my mentally ill states.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all just done. It's all done freehand.
But did you put it on a
No.
bandit wheel, or you just
No. You have to remember, this is quite big. So this was it was a challenging piece, because as you're working on it, because it was large and because it's starting to dry,
Yeah.
it was a challenge. But no, it's all just done by hand, and a stiff neck and stiff hands.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. I was happy with it, I have to admit it.
It's really nice. Okay, Kathleen is not here. I'm so jealous because she's in Utah near Zion and Bryce. But this is what this clay challenge is for. This is the first time she's ever done Scraffito for this challenge. And so here's the detail of her Scraffito. She did I guess that would be a crane maybe.
Yeah.
And but this is how it fits into her.
Pretty.
That if you know her work, she does a lot of porcelain work that looks like the background piece. And so she's integrated it into her piece. And that was one of the things we hoped with the clay challenges. It would push people to do something new. And I can't answer any questions other than what she says, that it's porcelain cone 10, turquoise, belladonna, and black. And a little bit of yellow. Nadia, I know you're here. What do you have to say, Nadia?
Well, this is my first opportunity that I ever did Scraffito. I'm not exactly thrilled with it, but I took the plunge. I'm like Wynn, I'd never done it before, so it was interesting. It's something I keep thinking about maybe expanding, but I'm not sure. It was a hard to do for me, and it was a challenge. I appreciate the challenge, so I took it on. I think I probably did it a little bit too dry, so I had a little bit of chipping going on and stuff, and I had to keep going back and fixing little things. And then I just glazed it. I just used an Amico glaze and just glazed the whole thing. So.
And is that indigo float?
Yeah, it's indigo float. I think I did a black. I did probably the obsidian and then the indigo float over it to kind of go with the black and white. So it's a flower pot. I mean, it's got holes in the bottom and stuff, so you can put things in it.
Very nice.
Flowers.
Any questions for Nadia? All right, Betty. All right, here we go. Here's your plate. Let's talk about your plate.
Okay, Jeannie Thompson has been teaching us in Ojai at the Pottery School using colored slips. So this is a porcelain slip that's been stained with mason stain, the turquoise. And I found a design in a Zentangle book that I really loved. So I just transferred that to the greenware when it was still in the slab form, and made the plate, and then did the Scraffito carving after that. So this is a recent work.
And now we have this really beautiful vase. I love road runners.
Yeah, I did that so long ago. It must have been 5 years ago. And it was my first Scraffito piece. And I had just taken a workshop with Lauren Hansen and got really inspired. The piece is coil built and all hand built. And I think I used just black underglaze. And I really didn't know much about carving back then, but I had a good time.
It's a fun
So,
piece.
So
Fun
different
piece, yeah.
different themes. And then I used red and green underglaze in the cactus and the prickly pear and the saguaro. I also have another piece here that if I can show it live.
yes, please do.
Okay, let me get it uncovered because it's still greenware. This
Now-
is another piece that we're doing in Jeannie's class. Do you have the camera?
So what everybody can can choose speaker view and it'll make her a little bit bigger. Well, I guess not. Here, let me stop sharing the screen.
Okay.
You can also resize. Oh, well, never mind. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, here it is. Can you see it?
Oh, yeah.
You have to talk, Betty.
Oh, yes, I'm talking. I'm talking. I just wanted to make sure.
Move
it
a little to your right. Move
visible.
it a little to your right.
To the right. This way?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Now it's in the middle.
Okay, so this is a technique that Jeannie was telling us about earlier, where you take different colors and you colored slip, porcelain slip, and you dab them on, and then you blend them together with a metal rib on a slab, and that's your background. And then you take an image that you really like. I found this butterfly on Pinterest and transferred that, just the outline, to the slab, made the piece, and then because it's like a nine and a half inch square plate, and then I painted, I sgraffitoed all around the butterfly. Everything is carved, all the lines, and then painted them with underglaze. And then I did the sgraffito work all around the butterflies. It'll be much easier to see once it gets fired. This is still greenware. It hasn't been bisqued yet. But typically we'll bisque it and then we'll put a clear glaze on it and fire it again. Okay?
Okay. Thank you. Okay, let me share my screen again. Where were we? We were here. Okay. You can see that, right? Everyone?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Moving on then. Let's see. Terry Wilson. You're muted, Terry.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I've never done sgraffito before, and this is my second piece. My first piece it didn't really come out very well, and it was just a scene that I did on a plate. So I thought, well, I can do better than that. So how can I apply sgraffito to something that I'm already kind of doing? So I make these plates with the ferns in them, and using sort of a stencil, sort of a reverse of a stencil, I guess, where I put a stain down and then the leaves, and then I then I clean up the outside, and then I would fire it, and then I would do stuff to it. So this time I thought, after I put the leaves down, I'll put underglaze around the outside of it and use sgraffito to introduce more ferns. So if you look at it a little more carefully, all those little light areas throughout are branches of the same kind of fern that I've sketched in and scratched through the underglaze. So this is still, in fact, it's not even dry yet. I did it today. So anyway, yeah. So we'll see what it comes out.
Can everybody see it? Because it's not coming up on my iPad.
Yeah, I can see it.
I can see.
I might have
That's
to.
really cool, Terry. I really like that idea, how you're expanding it from your designs you're working with. You should do more of those.
Yeah, well, typically I morph from one to another without making any abrupt changes, you know. So this series with the ferns has changed over time with how I treat the background. So this is a pretty big departure from how I've been doing it, and I really like the way it looks so far. I hope it fires out okay. That the underglazes come out okay, you know, and not garish or anything. But
Well, they'll
anyway,
be a lot
yeah, I
brighter.
do plan to continue doing something along these lines, putting background ferns in with Scraffito instead of other layering techniques.
It's really
Terry,
nice.
Terry, will you mat it or will you glaze it?
No, I'll put a clear glaze on it.
Okay.
It's a bowl, actually. It's it's in a bowl, but it's a shallow bowl.
Terry, is the green part, is that actually underglaze, or is that the fern itself?
No, that's not the fern itself. It's mason stain, actually.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah. So I
Wow.
put mason stain down, and then I put the fern down, then I cleaned it up, and then I did the underglaze. I did different colors of underglaze. Then I did the Scraffito, and then I pulled away the fern to reveal. I left the fern in so I wouldn't beat up the green part.
Right. Wow, that's amazing.
Nice.
Thank you.
And what did you use as your tool?
I just used a small diamond needle file. You know, I think what Diamond Core sells as their Scraffito tools are just a diamond bits. Is that right, Judy? They're just various diamond bits that.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, I noticed that too when I went to Enciko, and I said, "Oh, I've got a whole box of these things. I could just chuck them into anything." So
yeah, if you go to Harbor Freight, you can buy a whole box of them.
That's
you don't
where exactly where mine came from.
Yeah,
I mean, this needle file I have is about 4 inches long, and it was really comfortable to hold, and also to reach into this bowl without having to have my hand right there. It was convenient, and it was pointed on the end. So yeah, but it was nice, and the clay was kind of soft.
Any more questions for Terry? Okay, so like some of you, I've done Scraffito like twice before this, and you guys, some of you know that I'm like obsessed with a certain line that I'm working with, so I wanted to do something that fit in that. So this has not been bisque fired. This is still, I finished it today, and what I have to say about it is I kind of like the idea, and I'm willing to explore it. I'm not so crazy about the execution. So, but for first time, you know, it is what it is, and I think it has potential. I used like a cheapo tool from like 5 years ago. I mean, it wasn't very. I have those diamond bits, but I think that would help me to have a better tool, because I really don't want the lines to be that thick. So there you go. And
I actually use a really cheap stylus from Kemper.
yeah, well, that's what it was, but it's been used. Daniel, you did a lot of Scraffito. I should have showed some of his Scraffito. He has some beautiful Scraffito. I don't know what I was thinking. But he's done a lot of Scraffito, so the tool's kind of worn out.
You're right.
So that's it.
Stacy,
Yes?
did you do this freehand, or did you draw it out at all?
So I have my little magnet cookie cutters that are in the oval shape. And so I use those as and with the around the curve, I kind of could do half and then move it and do the other half. So, but yeah, so that was, but I just went as I went. I think yeah, I'm not happy with very much of this. I don't think the placement's right. I think there's a lot of things, but it's kind of a good idea. I think I'll try it again.
I think you're too hard on yourself.
Way too hard on yourself.
Way too hard on yourself.
Stacy,
Looks great.
it's exactly what, Stacy, it's exactly what I was doing. I was trying to use a ruler and and I'm going, this is ridiculous. And then I see Jeannie, she just whips the stuff out like it's like nothing. And I'm going, why can't I be like that?
Well, but Jeannie's done it a lot more often.
First off, I will not show you the first ones that I did because you need to learn how to do. But when you're working either with the slip or the underglazes, when they're not tacky wet anymore, when they're kind of dry but leather hard, you can draw on them with a pencil. That's what I do to put my designs on, like the fish or the leaves or whatever. I pencil them in, and then you have that, and any pencil mark, of course, will burn out. But that gives you the guideline to work with. Then you don't have to, if you want lines with like a ruler, you can use the ruler, draw them with the pencil, and then go back in and do your carving.
That would have probably been much easier.
Yeah, so I use templates. I have a lot of templates. I have about 5-6 envelopes full of different designs that I've used over the years.
Yeah. Yeah,
Jeannie,
you just make me jealous every time I watch you do it. I go, I can't understand how she does that without me. I'm overthinking it all the time.
Well, I
Jeannie,
enjoy.
when
I've taught to a lot of people how to do it, and some people like it and some don't. But I just seem to enjoy it because I love carving and all that stuff.
Jeannie, when you're working on a bigger piece, do you sometimes cover part of it in plastic and then work on it and then wipe it off and continue?
I haven't done that, but what I do is I work from the top down because the top dries faster than the base. And I mean, if it's a really, really big piece, yeah, that'd probably be wise to cover part of it to keep it from totally drying.
Yeah, that's where like that piece that, I mean,
like
it was a big,
huge piece.
it was a big piece, and I struggled with it.
I guess too, you could just put underglaze on part of it and work on that part of it.
Yeah, in order to get it really smooth, you really need to put your underglaze on all at the same time.
Yeah, and several layers and keep it real smooth, a soft brush.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could even just use saran wrap or something to wrap the top half if you work on the bottom. But I do, even on coffee mugs, when I've done those, I noticed that the top edges dry a lot faster than the bottom.
Right.
I do work, once I've laid out my design on the cup or the piece, then I do the Scraffito from the top down.
But Jeannie, you work very fast, so I can see why you don't really have an issue of covering it up, but you work fast.
Yeah, well, a coffee mug takes me about 45 minutes to carve. And like I said, some of those larger vases will take me anywhere from 4 to 6 hours or longer. Takes a while, but I don't know. I enjoy it. It's my zen. Some people like to sit at a wheel and throw pots over and over and over, which bores me. But I can sit in for hours in Scraffito, so it's just my thing.
Jeannie, I have a quick question about, you guys are talking about the pieces drying out. I know that when I basically just use slip, I haven't done it with underglaze. And when we've done it with slip, if it's a little bit dry, we've been able to take it and, spritz it with a little bit of water. Is that not possible with the underglaze, or could you do that with the underglaze?
I think you could do it with the underglaze. It's just lightly misted. I don't see why not. But
I use those pump sprayers that you pump, and it comes out in a really fine mist. And I don't put it up close to my underglaze, and it works great.
Like Irene says, a very light misting would be good for it. And if you need several, do it several times, you'll mist it, let it soak in, and mist it again. Don't put a lot on at once. But I've used both slips and underglazes for my Scraffito, and they all work like them all.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I've just done the slip. I haven't done the underglaze yet.
I like the underglazes because you can get some colors that you can't get with the slips, which is nice.
Stacy, I'd like to reinforce, I think that you're onto something there. However you work it, I think that your design has got
okay.
something there.
Yes, have fun with it.
Yeah, and it kind of goes with the whole vibe. So, you know, it's worth it. I always been looking to do something new. So thank you. So unless somebody else has anything left to show or say about the clay challenge, Terry, are we asking for ideas for our next clay challenge?
Well, you kind of just read my mind because because I was thinking, oh, we need to talk about the next challenge. So if you guys have any ideas, I know at the last one we kicked around some ideas and came up with a second one, and I'm having a little brain freeze about that. There was
We did, okay, when the summer we did organic and
yeah,
geometric at the same time.
Right.
And then we did Scraffito.
But there was a conceptual idea that a couple of people latched onto. It'll be in our email or our notes or something, but if anybody has any ideas that they want to put forth right now, that would be cool.
What about boxes? Hand-built boxes.
Hand-built boxes.
Well, boxes, you could throw boxes also.
You could do throw boxes too.
Just do boxes.
So define box. What do you mean by box?
Something that has a cover to it that opens and closes.
A container with a lid.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Lidded container.
Container
We
with
did
lid.
put a lid on it for the Beatrice Wood show
Right.
2 years ago.
Well, it's been a few years ago though.
Yeah, well, you know me, I'll make anything with a lid, but maybe, yeah.
One idea, maybe something about dynamic form.
A dynamic form.
And define dynamic. Do you mean
Identify anything.
But I mean, do you mean dynamic as in something that does something like that? Like the entrance, the winner that you had at Beatrice Wood that had moving parts, and is that what you mean?
Not
by
necessary.
dynamic?
No, maybe shape, maybe I don't know, something on there on the surface.
It shows movement.
Yeah.
Maybe movement, maybe something with a lead, but something that represents dynamic.
Oh, that's a hard one to define.
I think we need a better definition, because when Ian suggested organic and geometric, a lot of people misunderstood what he meant by organic, and we had stuff all over the place. So just narrow down your definition of what you mean by dynamic for a concept.
But people can email us.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
How about alternative firing?
Alternative
Like
firing.
raku?
Yeah, raku or pit firing or anything.
That might be hard though for people to do.
Yeah, people that don't work in an educational environment or don't.
You guys,
I use a barbecue.
Hold on a second. This fits right in with what came out of the program breakout room at last month's meeting.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the suggestions that was made was that we do an in-person meeting, but we do a pit fire. And one of the thoughts is that we would do a program where we talked about how to prepare your piece, how to do terracage, alternatives for polishing, and then do a pit fire. So we could, as a guild, arrange to do this. Everybody could create their pieces and then submit them for a challenge.
Yeah. And I use an old cast iron grill. You don't need have anything, or
Oh.
literally, I just use an old grill and stick my stuff in there and use it.
Why
Yeah,
don't you also open it to Sager, because Sager, even though you're doing it in the
Yeah.
kiln, it's still the same ideas, whether you're doing it in the pit or not.
Yeah,
So Sager or pit fire, but you know,
yeah, you can
years,
do a stagger
years,
in
yeah.
your kiln.
Years past, we used to go down to, was it Thornhill Broom,
Mhm.
pit fire
Yeah.
on the beach?
Yeah,
do that
I-
San Buenaventura Beach now.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
people
there's no-
do pit fires, you know, on the beach. That would be so much fun.
So I
That
mean,
would-
we could
that would
do an
be
actual
illegal.
program to prep everybody. So pick a
Yeah.
month and we'll do that. And then maybe
But
give people
Oh,
2
okay.
months to do their pots and then have an in-person pit fire get together. And then put them in the next month for a challenge.
Do we need to buy some special clay in advance? So, I mean, so everybody, you know, like,
No,
can
Is
you
it a
just
low-tar
keep
clay
it?
or what?
no, you
no,
can do it with anything.
you can do with anything.
Okay,
You can
okay,
do-
cool.
yeah.
I've got a bunch of Terra Red, so that'd be cool. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
What temperature or what cone does it ultimately get up to?
I
Well,
think
you
it's
want a
about,
pit fire at about Kono 10.
Yeah,
yeah, about 1400 degrees or something like that. In the kiln, yes, it's a low fire.
So it's not vitrified, but it's a decorative piece.
No, no,
Vitrified.
Yeah.
not gonna
If
use
you,
it.
if you burnish or something, you want to not go over about 010 to maintain your burnishing.
Yeah,
This sounds like fun.
Oh,
But I think
Yeah,
it's illegal
I
to
like
do
it.
on the beaches anymore.
Yeah.
No, I thought they're,
San
I thought they were
Buenaventura,
allowed.
you can rent a space and have a pit fire. They actually bring
Yeah,
something
you
out on the
can.
beach.
Okay.
But we'll look into it. I know they do it down in LA at Dockweiler.
I,
But they
I
have
used
the
to work for
big
state
pit.
parks here and I know what they do. So San Buenaventura does it. Push come to shove. We can go to one of the campgrounds and just get a spot.
exactly. Yeah, there you
yeah,
go.
what's the difference between that and a
Campground
campfire?
with a campfire, yeah.
Or,
Mhm.
you know,
Hmm.
at Foster Park, they have those big giant barbecues, like really big barbecues.
I've done some fabulous pit firing in those big barbecues up at Lake Kachuma. So they're really nice because they're really enclosed with the brickwork, the
Yes.
blockwork, so it stays really nice and hot.
They have
Hmm.
those at Foster Park.
They have
Yeah.
them at Arroyo Verde too.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
so that would,
excellent.
Mm-hmm.
that would be
great.
good.
Oh, this is so fun. Yay.
Oh.
All right. So,
Okay, so let's do it.
all right. Excellent.
I'm
Just
game.
as a,
I'm game.
just as a footnote on these challenges, I really like them because I tried the Scraffito. Mine failed, but it was a good challenge and it made me stretch. So thank you, folks.
Okay. So are
Yeah,
you ready?
mine failed too. I just turned it in anyways.
Okay. Whoops.
Okay,
Something about it
Gloria,
is-
you need to share with the rest of the group whatever it is you're having.
I'm
oh,
eating.
can you,
I'm-
you can
I'm-
see that? John just heated up some Cointreau for me. And I
Oh.
will tell you, it's enough to really get you in a holiday mood.
Are we ready to play our ceramic Jeopardy game?
All
right.
right.
Could you guys hear my song?
No,
No,
No. Bummer. Oh well, I have the theme song for Jeopardy. So okay, so we are playing for a prize. The prize will be revealed at the end, and then afterwards, for everybody that sticks around to the bitter end, we'll also have a drawing for a prize. Now, this is ceramic Jeopardy. Terry and I just made this up. And what everybody get their chat open, okay? And make sure your chat is on everyone, and move your chat so that you can read the answers to the questions as they come up on the screen. So this is Jeopardy. So we are giving you the answer to the question, and you need to respond in the form of a question. And if it's not in the form of a question, it's not correct. And the first person to put the correct answer in the chat gets the point. Are there any questions? Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Okay. This
Ready.
first round of questions is worth 10 points. All right. Here we go. Okay, this local potter was head of the ceramics department at Chenard Art Institute. Put it in the chat in the form of question.
We got a winner. Brenda.
All right, Brenda Burgess gets 10 points. And the question is, who is Vivica Haino? Okay, next. This is one of the biggest bugaboos of pottery, which generally comes from uneven drawing.
We got a winner, but it's Win. But you know, Stacy, that image was supposed to come up with the answer, not the question.
Well, I thought that there could have been other answers if it wasn't there.
Oh, well, okay.
I might have done that a couple times, so sorry.
All right.
Okay, so Win got that one. So Win has 10 points, right? Okay, ready? Beatrice Wood was the inspiration for the female lead character in this 1997 hit movie.
Oh, we got a winner, Cassie.
And it is, what is Titanic? Okay, moving on. Whoops. Okay, this type of material is added to glazes to promote melting. And we're looking for the general term here.
We got another winner in Cassie. And what is flux?
What is flux? Oh, she's fast. That's the key to Jeopardy is having a fast fingers. Okay, here's the next one. Boring and dull and rarely used by itself, this Amico glaze can cause an explosion of color when layered on top of other glazes.
Da, 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 da,
I have a buzzer when we run out of time, but
okay, we got a winner. Lori Lester. What is oatmeal?
That's right. Okay, this is our last 10-point question. Okay, this popular pottery technique was also a popular architectural decorative technique 500 years ago. No.
Oh, we got a winner, Meredith. What is Scraffito?
Yeah, you guys. All right, this next round of questions are worth 20 points. This dazzling glaze effect is so prone to running that a standard part of the process involves making a drip tray for it.
Oh, we got a winner, Cassie again.
Uh-oh.
What is crystalline?
There it is. See, I got this one right, Terry.
Yeah, you got that one right. Yeah.
Okay. Our next 20-point question is, he was known as the Mad Potter of Biloxi.
Oh, we got another winner in Cassie.
George Orr. Oh, man, okay. All right.
Hey, Cassie, you did this before.
I don't know.
Remember? When we had our first
did she win the trivia question the first time?
When we had our first contest, I'm pretty sure she got a near.
All right. Score. So these ceramic statues were buried with the emperor in 2010 to 209 BCE. It should be BCE, to protect him in the afterlife.
Yeah, Cassie got that one too.
The terracotta warriors. Okay. If your glaze shrinks more than your clay, it will crack and peel and people will laugh at you. If controlled and done on purpose, it creates a beautiful surface.
Okay, we got a winner. Win. What is reticulated glaze?
All right. The ceramic tool used in the firing process, are manufactured by a nonprofit corporation.
What are cones?
Oh, no, but Brenda wins because you had to have Orton.
Orton, okay, Brenda.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And you do get, there are some questions here that refer to some of our programs. So if you attended all the programs, you have a head start. Okay. This process occurs around 1063 Fahrenheit, fine 73 Celsius, and is a reversible change in crystalline structure.
We got a
Win,
winner,
win.
but I think you mean an irreversible change.
No, it's reversible.
No, it's reversible.
It is?
It goes
When
one
you
way
cool
going
down.
up and a different way cooling down.
Expands and contracts.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so that was when.
That was
right?
when. Yes. So this North Carolina potter is the author of numerous books on glazes and was a presenter at a VCPG meeting program in 2021. Lori Lester. All right. And here is the 25-point question. This object containing ceramics puts the combustion in internal combustion engines. This object containing ceramics puts the combustion in internal combustion engines. Yes, Meredith got it right. The spark plug. All right, what's our score?
Well, let's see. I have to tally this up. 20. Cassie got 80. Let's see, Meredith got 25, 30. Wynn got 20, 30. Lori got 30. Well, Cassie's the winner.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Cassie, you win a fabulous clay print from Echo Ceramics.
Oh.
I will be in touch with you about the color choice. Okay.
Thank you so much. That's really exciting. Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
They're really nice. They're really nice, and they're designed and sold by a local pottery, Echo Ceramics down in LA. So
I've seen these online. I thought they were fabulous. Oh my God.
Yeah, they're really, really great. And I get a discount because he's my teacher. So, and that is also what we're gonna raffle off. So as soon as I cut up the names of everybody that's here,
oh wow,
we can have the raffle. And in the meantime, why don't you guys have the Q&A for the if anybody has any questions about the Club Express. Anybody have questions about Club Express?
I do. I'm a very minority group, but I do have a question. Being a lifetime member, I don't see that on the applications yet. It would be good for me to go through and fill in all the other questions. So how do I handle that?
You'll still be able to fill out the questionnaire.
I don't have to choose a level.
No, because you're already a member. You'll never be faced with the renewal screen, but in your profile, you'll be able to fill out the questionnaires.
Yeah, but I think, correct me if I'm wrong. I think what you do is just, if you're a lifetime member and you guys know who you are, there's 4 of you, you just check that you're a plus member because you receive plus member benefits, and then delay your payment, and we'll go in and change you to lifetime.
Okay.
They're already called lifetime.
They're already
they're in there as lifetime already.
Okay,
well,
so
we are, but it's not on the application form.
Right.
Where you have the plus members and all the other members.
Oh, well, because you'll never have to go to that screen, because you'll never have to
make that.
You'll never have to pay any money.
Right. If we could check that off, then we can answer all the other questions. So I just have to go into my profile.
Yeah. So your membership expires in like 20 years or something like that. So
When I die, you're giving me 20 more years.
when we get up to 20 years, we'll extend it another 20.
Well, I'll be 92 by then.
I have a question. I know you guys were talking about the possibility of people not being plus members because of the team service time. Is there going to be something in there about that, or do we just go ahead and put in our time? I don't.
Because what?
Well, I know you guys were talking about if you don't put in your service time that you wouldn't be allowed to continue as a plus member. So I don't know if that's going to be indicated on any of that form.
That's
I mean, it doesn't pertain to me, but
I
know
I have
some
the
people-
Santa list of naughty and nice, and
Okay.
so if you're on the naughty side,
Yeah.
Naughty and nice.
Oh, shut up. Oh my God. I am the nice person. I have my service
Sorry,
time.
I couldn't resist.
I can vouch for that.
so what I would do is I would complement the membership of our guild. I believe everyone that signed up, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 plus members, plus countless other regular members, have provided some service to the guild during 2022. It's pretty
good.
remarkable, the amount of people
That's great.
and the kind of work that was done. So thank you for raising the issue, but I think the people that have not done their team service know already.
All right, well, yay to everybody else. Yay.
Yeah.
So yay, everybody else. Thank you.
Any more questions about Club Express, or should I pull a name?
Pull a name.
I didn't take Cassie's name out, so if I pull Cassie's
Wait
name,
a minute.
she doesn't win twice.
I have a statement.
Yeah?
Pull my name.
Oh, okay. And you have to be present to win. So this
I'm
person
here.
is not present. Judy Winard.
Really?
Judy, you
Oh,
won.
Right.
Yay.
Me?
Yay.
Wow. That's a
Fantastic.
surprise.
Congratulations.
Thank
I
you.
will be in touch about your
Okay.
color choice. Okay?
Do they come in extra small for miniature people?
No, they don't. But you know what? It's actually better because you'll really be covered up.
I was being facetious.
Yeah.
The new ones
Couple
are
eggs.
actually, I have an old one and a new one, and the new ones are actually cut a little bit larger and a little bit longer. And you can also adjust them by how tight
Yeah.
you make the neck. So I'm sure.
Stacy, what is the brand name again?
It's Claypron. It's CLAYPRON, and they're were designed and distributed by Echo Ceramics. Cho and Yuli, his wife, and I don't know her last name, but yeah, they've been selling them for years, and they run the Echo Ceramics studio down in LA, which is where I met them and started with.
So
them.
are you taking orders if any of the rest of us want one?
Yeah.
I can talk to them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I told him I would promote them. So yeah, I will take orders if you want one.
Okay. Well, maybe we could add that to the registration form.
I've been trying to get him to join the guild, and they're interested.
So
they're
is
busy running a studio.
Is that express thing, is that also going to be taking care of like when we do shows, payments and things like that are going to go through all of that too?
Yep.
So you don't really need to have like all these registers and everything else at the shows then?
Well, you'll still register, but you'll do it through Club Express.
Oh, sorry.
And could you also do the clay purchases through that?
We're hoping.
Maybe in 6 months, not right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the major goal right now is to get our new website up, to get the membership and team service pieces automated, create a single login for all you members so that when you go to the website, or all of your email is now going to come through the Club Express email system. So it'll be like a one-stop for all of your resources. So the main services are what we're trying to get ready for January 2nd. And you'll see over the course of the next probably 6 months, additional things being added. So that when you're looking for something guild related, like if you want to watch a YouTube video from a meeting, you can go to the website, go to the video, you go to the learning piece of the menu to the drop down that says videos, and you can check and see if you just missed the last meeting, you can click on it. Or if you're looking for a studio tour video or something else, you can go there or click a button that'll take you right to the YouTube channel. So it's going to be a portal for members to a whole variety of resources.
So Terry just put in the chat, but everyone may not be reading the chat. The website's not live for the public or for members yet. It's still on a development server, and we're still working on it. And it'll be live to you on January 2nd.
All right, thank you.
Lynn has a question.
I was going to say that Wynn and I have talked, and since the clay order begins on January 1st, we are going to do that the same as we have always done, with assumptions that the people who make their orders are Plus members. I can check that later when the orders start to come in that you are a Plus member, but I'm not going to insist that you have already registered as a Plus member before, because there's so little time to get that done. Does that make sense?
Registration's also open until the end of February.
Yeah, but the clay order is only open till the 10th.
Yeah, I understand. Just saying we've got 2 different time frames happening that overlap. Yeah,
right.
And we're going to give people the benefit of the doubt in January.
Right.
But we'd be looking for their Plus membership to come in then prior to the deadline.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So it's not a free pass for the first order.
Right. Right.
We will hold their clay hostage.
But I think the companion piece to that is that the people who have been on the clay team that sort and stage, and anyone else that's interested in doing team service to the guild by being on that team, needs to get in and sign up for team service, which requires your membership prior to when the clay is going to get delivered. So you got to do it in the first 2 weeks of January.
For the clay, for the clay club, clay team. Yeah.
When we order through Aardvark, what is the discount that's extended to us for glazes?
20%.
Across the board on all of them?
No. There are a couple things that they don't discount. I don't remember what the list is,
but I mean,
most
like,
places.
okay.
Yeah.
But I think Mako, they discount more, don't they?
Could be. I don't really, I don't know
okay.
in that kind of detail.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Are we done? I got nothing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, happy holidays,
We're done.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy holidays.
Mhm.
I'm very
Thanks for
excited
being here.
about our
Thanks for
pit
playing.
fire.
Yeah, I'm excited about that too.
And we can roast marshmallows while we're firing pots, can't we?
No.
Make
Yes,
s'mores.
No.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing that.
A separate
No,
fire.
on a different barbecue.
Okay.
Toxic stuff coming out of the pit fire.
Yeah, you got copper carbonate and other wonderful stuff in there. You don't want
Oh,
Toxic fumes.
Yes.
Salt, chlorine. Yeah, not a good thing.
Salt, yeah.
Sounds yummy.
Okay, sounds like a
Bye.
If anybody has access to dry cow patties, those are great for pit firing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
If anybody knows a field where we can go collect, those are fabulous for pit
How
firing.
about horse? Because I could probably get no horse, just cow.
Cow or buffalo?
Okay.
Nice big patties.
Okay.
Of
Okay.
course not this week.
A little mushy.
A little bit. All
Right.
right.
Okay. Good night, everyone.
No.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank
Happy
you.
holidays.
Holidays.
Happy
holidays.
holidays.